Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host Elio, and we are here with the absolute legend, Carlos Arroyo. So, welcome, Carlos.
Oh, thank you, El. It's great to be talking again. It's like you and I were just saying. It's been 10 months since we've sat down and talked. Time
Yeah,
just goes
yeah,
by so fast.
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So, since we last spoke, what have you been up to?
Just doing a lot of shows. I've been I do a lot of work for recovery. Since I've been sober, I'm going on 31 years. So I'm always doing charity work. Also, besides my regular work, concert work. I don't say no. That's my biggest problem. It's not in my vocabulary. So it's just been insane. And I started a new band. I finished a Thanksgiving show. I finished a Thanksgiving TV concert, and this young girl in pigtails came up to me and said, she goes, "Wow, you guys were great." He goes, "I'd love to play with you sometime." I go, "Well, here's my card. Give me a call, and we'll set something up." And she goes, "Well, can I audition for you?" I go, "Sure." And we're in the middle of tearing down a TV show, and she goes, "Can I do it right now?" And she went out, and I go, "Sure." And she just blew the doors off the place. She was just amazing. And then the funny thing is she goes, "Well, can I do your Christmas concert doing with you?" I go, "Sure." He goes, "Let's get in contact. We'll get some rehearsals in and we'll do the show." Well, we kept missing and missing each other and we couldn't do the show. And she winds up the day of the Christmas show. I'm on stage sound checking, and here's this girl is now dressed beautiful, just a long black gown, you know. And she goes, "Well, what am I singing today?" It's like, what would you like to sing? So she came up and sang, and she closed the show, and she was amazing, amazing. So I invited her, and I started a new band. It's called Echoes of the Soul. Started a new band with her and I doing all of the lead vocals. And then I went online. She goes, "Here's my look at my website." And I wound up, she's an actress. She's done a season of Law and Order TV show. She's doing plays and musicals. She's just amazing, just an amazing girl. She's in New York this Sunday. She's going to New York because she just wrapped up 3 plays here in the LA area, and she's going to New York because she did some studio work in New York for a play they were trying to put together. Well, now it's come to fruition, so they're flying her back so that she can work with them and get in the studio. It's like, okay, what do we got to do from here? So but she's amazing. She makes it fun. She makes it a lot of fun. Her name's Erin Lee Smith. You can look her up. She's, like I said, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, cool. Are you sort of like writing any new material for Echoes of the Soul?
Yes, I start. It comes in spurts. Music, like inspiration. Any kind of inspiration comes in a spurt. I was up north with an old friend that I've known for a million years, and he was one of my road crew members, in my bands when I was on the road. And I got up there with him and his family and my family. We went up to spend, 4 days up north. And I picked up one of his guitars. I sat there and in 3 minutes wrote a new song. And I go, wow. And it was one of his new guitars. I always love when I pick up a new guitar and that new guitar inspires a new song.
Yeah, yeah. It does, yeah. So, you did say that you were going to sort of like you've been touring, like doing shows. Are you doing any other shows for this year?
Yeah, I have a show, the televised Lifeline show next Friday. I have I have another band I started. Like I say, I don't know how to say no. And I have old friends that I used to play with years and years ago. They started an acoustic unplugged, doing kind of the classic rocks, but all on acoustics. Great arrangements, great vocals. So I had a rehearsal with them last night, and we have 4 shows coming up next month for that. And like I say, I can't say no. So we started doing that. We rehearsed last night. We got 2 more rehearsals before we do our shows. Just did a concert in Havasu, Arizona. did a blues festival there with another friend's band, the Anonymous Band. I do a lot of shows with them. Just did a concert out there, blues festival. I played the first day, and then the second day while I was there for Alistair Green was playing, KK Martin, some great blues artists. And the promoter comes up to me because I need a favor. We're going to open the gates in about an hour. Because can you do a private concert for us here? So we wound up, okay, guys, grab a guitar, grab some acoustics, and we wound up doing stuff like Pink Floyd and The Who, think Traveling Wilburys, So we just went out and did a great fun set of just acoustics, and it was just fun. So that kind of started this band, and now we call it Off the Menu. It's like you can order anything you want, and we're gonna play it for you. So we have upcoming shows. My band Stone Free. We have a tour. We're playing. We have a show August 30th, and the young lady Erin, I've added her to the band. So it's Hendrix / 60s. So we're doing like some Grace Slick and Aretha Franklin and Janis Joplin. So we've added that to this. That gives us that gives me another new band to play in. Like I need another new band. So doing that, and so we have August 30th. We're doing the Friday night festival up in Anaheim here in California, Southern California, and then we have shows in Havasu, Detroit, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, and then following back on the way back, going back to Havasu to do another concert.
Cool. Have you sort of like I've been I keep being asked, have you got sort of any sort of like merchandise that people can see? Oh, this guy sounds interesting. Where kind of buy merchandise from?
Yeah, I haven't had any new merchandise made with all the different changes with going with the band. So we're kind of regrouping to do all of the merchandise. You can go on if you want to hear my original project. It's Skulltone, and it's a hard rock band. You can go on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon, any of those, and download it for free. And you can listen to our album there. Just it's getting a lot of play, and I know in England they love us in England, which is wonderful. We want to come to England and play.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about apart from but I was like going to ask, is there any plans of coming over to to the UK or to Europe?
Right now we're looking at a tour of the South. Southern United States, and then once I get all this new music written and recorded, then we'll look at it and say, okay, where do we want to go with this? We already have people on the West Coast asking, hey, when are you coming up through Northern California and Oregon and Washington? And I've had people from Idaho. It's like, we need to see you playing live, But most of the stuff we've been doing is Southern California, and now hitting out to the South. And then today I was meeting with someone, and he goes, you haven't played Detroit. You need to come to Detroit. I go, well, it's on the schedule. He goes, no, you need to come now. I go, okay, let me see. I'll get with my promoters and see if we can hook something up. And speaking of promoters, I want to thank Christina Avila. She likes to, everyone calls her by different names, but she's a trip, and for arranging our meeting today, and she's a trip. She love her to death. And before I forget, I want to on the air, happy birthday, because I know your birthday's tomorrow, so I don't forget, because I'm old.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Big thumbs up to Christina for setting this up for us again.
Yeah, I talked to her yesterday, and we were texting back and forth this morning. She had an interview with another station this morning, so she's been busy, and I've been busy, and she's been wanting me. She wants to do an East Coast thing, so maybe maybe after the first of the year we can try to do an East Coast tour. So I'd love to go back to New York and play in Connecticut and Boston. It would be fun to go back home, my original home, go back home and play. I can fill it up with just my family. I can fill up New York with just my family. I have such a large family in New York.
Yeah, that's yeah. I was going to say it. It's a big, some big families over on the East Coast.
Yeah, like I said, I'm originally from New York, the Bronx, and then moved out here to California. But I'd like to get back home and play. I haven't been back there, probably before the hurricane hit. What was that, Hurricane Sandy? I think it's before that. That's when I was in New York when Hurricane Sandy was just hitting New York. I was just leaving, so I left at the perfect time. Perfect time.
Yeah. So, you did mention some of the social media that you're on. Is there any other social medias that you're with your other bands?
Yeah, with my social media, I have my Carlos Arroyo on Facebook. I have Carlos Fernando Arroyo on Facebook. I have Carlos Arroyo Musician. Yeah, I've had to.
Oh, you lost your sound. You muted.
Am I on now?
Yeah.
You hear me? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Technology. I'm just a guitar player. I'm not that. That's what I leave to the engineers and the producers. I'm a guitar player. Yeah. What button do I press to turn on my guitar? That's all I know.
The joys of live broadcasting.
Yeah, exactly. I look at it with young kids. They're just so technically savvy, compared to us, because we didn't grow up with computers, and we didn't grow up with any of that stuff. I have my grandkids that are amazing on a computer and amazing on all this technology, and I'm always telling them, "How'd you do that?"
Yeah. I'm sort of like decent with technology, but sometimes I've got to ask my niece or my nephew to actually sort some stuff out for us. So I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. But they're great at it. They're teaching me, how to do all this stuff. And then I have my youngest grandson. He's 2 years old, and he has his little Fisher Price guitar. That you press the buttons and it makes sounds and little things. So every time he picks up that guitar, the first thing he does, he takes me to my bedroom. He knows I have guitars in my closet. I grab a guitar. I have to jam with him. So I have another future bandmate. Another 30 years from now.
God. Yeah.
Start them young. You gotta start them young.
Oh yes. Yeah. So this is sort of like a little catch up to see what you've been doing. So any other plans in the works for the different projects that you've got?
I've been, like I say, I started this project off the menu, which is a classic rock acoustic unplugged set, which is really fun. We've done 3 or 4 shows already, and they just love it, because wow, you guys are playing The Who on acoustic guitars. You're playing Pink Floyd on acoustic guitars. So a lot of it's because of our harmonies. All of us have been in the business so long that we just pick up a guitar. If one guy hits a chord, he goes, "Oh, isn't that chord for that Clapton song?" He goes, "Yeah, okay, let's play it." He goes, "Okay, you sing it. You know the words." So been doing that, and then my Echoes, Echoes of the Soul, working on material to do more shows, and then my Stone Free, because I have shows coming up. So we're working that, and then working Aaron in in that band also, and I have a new keyboard player, Brian Scott, and then Moses Guillermo on drums, and then Randy's been with me for a million years, my bass player, and then with Aaron now. So we've been working in material, so doing a lot of work. We're rehearsing tomorrow for a show for next Friday. So we're working on that material to do that show, and then continually working for the other concerts and shows, and then me in between trying to write material, when I get a chance. So I have to grab a guitar and sneak out somewhere and just get under a tree or something and hide and then play, and get to play. So because you get the juices going, you want to play, you want to keep playing, you get the juices, you want to start writing, and you hit a chord, it's like, oh, that's beautiful, I'm writing something around it. And then my wife, when I'm writing this new song, it's called Rise, and she comes over and goes, oh, I like it. She goes, why don't you add these 3 words to it? I go, wow, honey, that's really good. Well, she goes, well, I want writing credit now on the song. I go, for 3 words? She goes, yes, and once it's out, I'm going to sell the catalog. I go, honey, it's 3 words. It's not a catalog. So, yeah, so I got to watch that one. I think she's going to, sell me out. Yeah, she scares me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carlos. Yeah. Yeah. So, Carlos, any final words before we start wrapping things up?
Yeah, I'm just keep a lookout for my Carlos Arroyo on my social medias. Listen to the music on Spotify and all the stations, and you can listen to it free there, so you don't have to order it. And hoping to get in this after I finish this tour. Hoping to get in the studio after the first of the year. I have enough for a blues album and I have enough for a rock album. So I want to finish those songs up and hopefully get in the studio before I have to go back out. And I just want to do a lot of going on the road. I just, while I'm still young and able, I want to get back out and see people. And I get a lot of requests. I'm getting requests from all over the United States. When are you coming to our city? And I've gotten requests in Uganda and Nigeria. I don't think I'm going to Uganda and Nigeria, but I'll do the United States. I'll do Europe. And I think I'm a little scared to go to, into some countries, so. Yeah.
I've got a couple of subscribers from Canada. Is there any sort of like plans going up into Canada?
I would love to. Like I say, right now we're concentrating on this tour of the South, putting that all together, and then after the first of the year, we're just going to look at once we get in the studio. I'd like to play everywhere. I have friends in Canada. I would love to go up to. They've always been telling me, when are you going to come here? You got to come here and do some shows. So, and I'm working with with my promoters for that, Christina, and with Dat, with his production company. I've joined him on the advisory board, and then we have the Rock and Recovery, and we own our own stages and lighting. So the possibilities of playing literally anywhere, anywhere I can roll trucks in. So that's what wants to concentrate, especially for next year. For 2025, I want to live on the road.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming in, Carlos, and doing this little interview to give us a little update of what the plans are. And again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in.
And thank you so much for having me. I always look forward to having fun with you.
Oh yes, same here, Carlos. Yeah, so guys, go check him out. Go check out Carlos. He's absolutely amazing, absolute legend. So yeah. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you all later.
You guys, take care. Keep rocking.